How are you all doing, folks, and welcome back to another garage series with ALCHEMOTO. So again, we're back with the Pan America and we're going to show you how to do some under seat USB charging ports for your bike. Now, the Pan America has got an underbox storage facility for charging your phone and whatnot and small things, or just a little bit of storage for putting certain small items in, but there is no facility for charging. No facility for charging in the top box either. So we're going to show you how I am going to do a USB charge port wired into your factory wiring on your Pan Am. So let's get cracking. Okay folks, so when you remove the pillion seat on your Pan Am, you're left with this little storage box here. And on the back of the seat is a sponge pad which seals that down so no water or moisture can get in there. So it's a nice little box to keep things dry when you're on tour, on the road or off-roading and whatnot. So it's ideal for putting your phone in there, or if you take the rubbers off the pegs, small items, GoPro batteries or anything like that. Not a big space, but there should be a charging port in my opinion from factory. So we're going to put one in here. Now let's just bring you closer. I have already gone and drilled a little small hole here which you probably can't pick up at the moment, but we'll show you why we've done that in a minute. And also under here you can see this port, which is your accessory port on every Pan Am, which is just clipped in the middle down here. There's a blank plug you take off it, and that's the Molex MX150 plug 3-pin, and that's the plug you need to buy. Okay, so the MX150 Molex plug, this is the one you need. Okay, so it's the male plug. I've purchased this one with the 3 tails already on. Okay, so this is from in the UK RS Components. So that's what you're looking for. So on that one you will have a permanent live 12 volt, you'll have a switched live, and you'll also have an earth. Now the colours are on the female side on the bike, so you can't go wrong. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and plug that in. Okay, so just make sure those wires aren't touching each other. I will just test this for you. So that plug plugs straight into there like so. We'll take the tester. I think the bleep is going a bit on this one. Okay, so that's your permanent 12 volt, and then the other one will be a switched live and one will be the earth. Okay, so we're just going to unplug that for a minute, and there's the colours of the wires there, your red, your brown and your black. Okay folks, so this is what we've got. We've got this little USB charger, we've got a USB-C under this one, you can hold it open, and a standard USB connector in there like so. What I've done is I've put a bit of 3M sticky tape on the back of there. The small hole that we drilled earlier, these are going to go through and that's going to stick onto there. Okay, so let's take that off. The 2 wires through the hole that you drilled earlier. Fish these 2 wires out the side because we're going to solder on the plug. Okay, so you get your red and your black coming out of here. We can now go ahead and mount the USB. You can pop this cover off and you can put 2 screws through, but the less holes in this box the better it is, and a good VHB 3M tape, genuine tape, is going to hold that secure as well as it does with your GoPro. Okay, so that now is the USB charge point put on there, and what we're going to do is solder this waterproof plug onto there, then onto the other side of the Molex plug, and then it should all work. Okay, just all drop me 1,000 comments and remind me to get some thinner solder. Let me just put a bit of light on here for you. It's better. Okay, so of course once you've soldered your connections, just let it cool slightly down before you put your heat shrink over, which the heat shrink we've got just back here. Okay, it's nicely heat shrinked over, and just use your soldering iron then, and then warm up the heat shrink. Okay folks, so that now is ready to go on the other end of this, on the USB port, and then plug into the bike. Okay, so all we're going to do now is just solder these connections up, and again let it cool down slightly before you put the heat shrink over. Okay, so now what we're going to do is give it the factory look with some cloth wrap tape. All the Pan America wiring is actually cloth wrapped all down here, so it'll just match that in and look factory. The permanent live one, what we've done with that is just blanked that off and put heat shrink. So we've cut the end so there's nothing live showing. Heat shrink over it, and then we can use that again for something else in the future. Now this accessory port is actually used for the factory Daymaker spot lamp option, the 3-in-1 option, and that's what they use for that. So in the light of fitting spot lamps to the front of your Pan America, you could still use or spur off from this wiring into another plug into the wiring kit you get with your spot and fog lamps. Okay folks, so now we've got the plug to the back of the USB charger into here, which is all taped up, and then this is the loom now for the accessory port, which is this one here. So we're going to go ahead, plug that one in, and then that one then can go back in its little mount on here. There's a little slider there, which is a bit of a pain to get it in. Okay, so that's back in the original position. This is our loom now, which what we can do is just cable tie that back down out of the way so it looks quite factory until we want to use it for something else, maybe as mentioned like the spot lamps or anything else in the future. So we can tuck that down there, follow the original line of the loom, and then this now we can bring back under here and then plug straight in like so. Easy as that folks. So tuck all that back out the way. Again, we'll cable tie that up, neaten that up in a bit. So we'll go ahead now and test these ports. Okay, so power's off the bike now, so we're going to switch the ignition on. And there we go, see the blue light? That's telling us we've got power. And this is my GoPro charger, so in there, there's 2 batteries still in there. Close that up. And there we go, the 2 green lights on there. So there we go, unplug that, plug it back in. So on the fly now, I can charge my GoPro batteries as I ride, or you can charge your phone, anything you like folks. Okay folks, so how cool is that? We now have under-seat charging facility on the Pan Am, something they should have done from the factory. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Go ahead and do it to your bike and give yourself some charge. But on that note, we're done on this one now, so plenty more to come on this channel, plenty more things we're going to do to this bike. We need to get out on this bike. But again, thanks for all new subscribers. If this is the first time watching ALCHEMOTO, please do look back in the back catalogue. Please do like, subscribe and comment if you dare. But until next time folks, see you later.